tears began to fall. I heard your name inside the rain. Not a voice, not a memory, just a feeling I couldn't explain. The streets were dressed in faded gold. The sky was soft and turning gray. Every corner held a shadow of the words we couldn't say. I kept walking through the silence where our footsteps used to be, holding pieces of a season that still lingers over me. When the wind remembers, it carries you around through the empty branches and the quiet town. Every whispered motion, every passing cloud brings a little trace of you without a single sound. The coffee shop beside the river still reflects the evening light. I pass the window every weekend and think of that November night. The years have slowly changed the picture, yet some colors never fade, like the warmth inside your laughter or the promises we made. Time moves on without permission. Days become another page, but some stories stay unbroken even after they age. When the wind remembers, it dances through the trees, turning distant moments into melodies across forgotten pathways and fields we used to know. Your memory keeps blooming where the wildflowers grow. Now the stars appear above me like they did so long ago, and for a moment in the darkness I can almost feel you close. Maybe love was never meant to disappear completely. Maybe it becomes the echo of who we used to be. When the night grows deeper and the world stands still, I find a kind of comfort beyond the highest hill. Not because you're coming back, not because I pretend, but because the wind remembers what I cannot hold again. I saw your shadow on the window as the evening slowly fell. The city lights were getting blurry, like a story I couldn't tell. The photographs inside my drawer started losing all their lines. The colors drift a little farther every time I close my eyes. I thought I'd keep you forever, somewhere safe inside my heart. But even the strongest memories can slowly come apart, faded like the rain on an old summer street, washing away footprints we left beneath our feet. Nothing disappeared at once, nothing made a sound. It simply slipped away like water on the ground. The songs we used to listen to still echo through the room, but they don't hurt the way they did on those lonely afternoons. I learned how to live without you, learned how to fill the empty space, though sometimes I still find pieces of your smile upon my days. The seasons kept on changing, the years kept moving on, while I was gathering the courage to admit that you were gone. Faded like the rain against a painted sky, the kind that comes so softly you hardly know it's goodbye. Not every ending breaks you, not every tear remains. Some loves become a memory and fade away like rain. Now the clouds have drifted farther and the night feels less alone. There's a quiet kind of healing in the places that I've grown. If I ever think about you, it's with gratitude, not pain. Like a distant light that lingered before fading with the rain. The night was quiet by the window, a fading glow across the room. I found an empty sheet of paper, and memories began to bloom. The words arrived without a warning, like footsteps in a distant hall. Every sentence carried pieces of a time before it all. I wrote about the little moments, the ones I never thought would leave, the laughter floating through the summer, the dreams we used to both believe. A letter never sent, still resting in my hands, filled with all the things you never got to understand. The ink became a river of everything unsaid, a conversation with a ghost living inside my head. Outside the rain kept falling softly, tracing patterns on the glass, while I sat between tomorrow and echoes past. I could have written words of anger, I could have written words of blame, but somehow every line I finished only whispered out your name. The years have changed the world around me, new streets and faces come and go, yet certain pages stay unfinished. No matter how much time may flow, a letter never sent, a story left behind, folded between the seasons and the corners of my mind. Not a cry for second chances, not a wish to start again, just a place where old emotions can finally find their end. The sky was turning into morning, the darkness fading into blue, and for the first time in forever, I wasn't writing just for you. I sealed the page without an address, no destination, no return. Some feelings don't need to be spoken, some lessons only time can learn. Now the wind can carry onward every word I couldn't say, and the letter never sent can slowly drift away. The station lights were flickering on a cold and quiet night. Your suitcase stood beside you like it already knew the time. Cars were passing in the distance, people moved without a glance, while we searched for something honest inside our final chance. There were questions left unanswered, there were feelings left untold, two hearts standing face to face, trying not to lose their hold. Between us and goodbye hung a fragile thread, made of every dream we shared and every word we said. The silence felt so heavy, the air refused to move, as if the world was waiting to see what we would choose. I noticed how your hands were shaking, though you tried to hide them well, and in your eyes I saw the story neither one of us could tell. Love had carried us through seasons, through the sunlight and the storms, but somewhere in the endless distance we became different forms. beside you. Then the train arrived, so softly, like a whisper in the dark, and I felt the weight of leaving settle deeply in my heart. You stepped forward without turning. I remained where I had been, watching all the things we once were fade beyond the glass and wind. Now the seasons keep on changing and the years continue by, yet sometimes I still wander to that place beneath the sky, remembering the distance that neither love nor time could hide, the quiet space that lingered between us and goodbye. The room is quiet after midnight, only shadows on the wall, a half-finished cup of coffee, and your picture in the hall. The city hums beyond the window like a distant lullaby, while another day is fading into the arms of the night. I thought the years would make it easier to leave the past behind, but some memories keep returning when the stars begin to shine. You're not beside me anymore, you're not waiting by the door, yet somehow in the silence I can feel you even more. Still here tonight, like a melody that stays, floating through the corners of my ordinary days. Not a voice I truly hear, not a face within my sight, just a feeling that reminds me you're still here tonight. The old street where we wandered looks different now somehow. New lights fill the empty spaces, but I still remember how we would talk until the morning without watching time go by, building castles out of wishes under endless summer skies. Life has carried me much farther than I ever thought I'd go. I've met people, chased horizons, learned the things I didn't know. Yet there are pieces of my story that forever hold your name, like pages in a favorite novel that never read the same. Still here tonight, in the echoes of the rain, in the warmth of old reflections that time could not erase. Not because I'm holding on or refusing morning light, but because love leaves a footprint still here tonight. Now the moon is climbing higher and the darkness feels less cold. I have learned that letting go doesn't mean letting memories go. So I'll watch the stars above me as they shimmer soft and bright, and carry this quiet comfort still here tonight. The evening settles softly across the rooftops and the trees, a fading gold upon the skyline, carried gently by the breeze. I walked along the river where we used to spend our time, listening to distant laughter and watching city lights align. The years have drawn a longer distance than either of us ever knew. Yet some moments stay unbroken, like they were painted into view. The light we left behind still glows somewhere inside, a quiet spark of yesterday that never truly died. Not bright enough to guide us back, not strong enough to stay, but warm enough to remind me of what we gave away. There was a season full of wonder, every day a brand new page. We believed the world was waiting just beyond the turning stage. We chased sunsets without thinking where the roads might someday end, certain every dream would find us around the next bend. Time has changed the shape of everything, the places and the plans, but I still see traces of us in the smallest details now and then. A melody through an open window, a photograph touched by light, a familiar scent in autumn air, bringing back another night. The light we left behind, life softly in the dark, a collection of small memories still leaving tiny marks. Not a reason to look backward, not a shadow I must find, just a gentle piece of happiness, the light we left behind. Now the stars are slowly rising over streets I've come to know. Some things fade into the distance, some disappear with time, but a little bit of beauty remains in the light we left behind. The day slipped into silence as the sun fell out of sight. Golden colors slowly faded into shades of blue tonight. I wandered down a narrow pathway lined with memories and trees, listening to distant whispers carried softly by the breeze. The world felt slower than usual, like it had nowhere to be. And for a moment I could hear the quiet inside of me. Beneath the quiet sky, where the stars begin to glow, I leave behind the weight I carry and let the evening flow. No questions need an answer, no race I need to run, just the comfort of the stillness when another day is done. The river held reflections of lights along the shore, like scattered pieces of a story I don't chase anymore. There were dreams I used to follow with a restless heart and mind, but some things become much clearer when you stop and take your time. The night wrapped around the city like a blanket made of calm, and every breath felt lighter than it had in so long. Beneath the quiet sky, I watched the clouds drift by, learning every ending doesn't always have to cry. Some moments simply linger like echoes in the air, gentle as a fading melody, still floating somewhere. Now the moon is shining softly above the sleeping streets, and every distant rooftop feels strangely incomplete. Yet there is beauty in the silence, in the spaces left behind, in the way the stars keep glowing through the darkness every night. Beneath the quiet sky, I find a peaceful place where the noise of yesterday can slowly lose its trace. And though tomorrow waits for me beyond the morning light, for now I'll stay here dreaming beneath the quiet sky. city breathes in silver shadows, past the glow of empty signs. A lonely taxi cuts the darkness through a maze of sleeping lights. I pull my coat a little closer to the cool September air. The streets are full of quiet stories no one stops to hear. A distant train hums softly, like a memory passing through. And every corner of this midnight somehow leads me back to you. Somewhere after midnight, when the world slows down, when the noise has faded and no one's around, I find pieces of yesterday drifting through my mind, like forgotten photographs lost somewhere in time. The cafe where we used to linger closed its doors a year ago, but I still see your reflection in the window's gentle glow. There were promises like constellations scattered across the sky. We thought they'd last forever, like the stars we watched at night. Life has carried us in circles far beyond what we once planned, leaving traces of our story written softly in the sand. Somewhere after midnight, beneath the pale moonlight, I hear the echoes of our laughter floating through the night. Not enough to make me stay, not enough to make me cry, just enough to keep me wondering. Somewhere after midnight, the horizon starts to brighten, a faint blue along the edge, and I realize the darkness isn't something I must dread. Every ending leaves a doorway, every goodbye leaves a trace, every memory finds a shelter in a quiet hidden place. Now the morning waits before me with another road to find, and I leave the night behind me like a page I finally signed. Yet a small part of my heart will always recognize the light of the dreams we left together. Somewhere after midnight. painting shadows on the floor. Another day begins its journey like 100 days before. I make coffee in the silence, hear the city come alive. But there are moments in the stillness when old memories arrive. A song plays from a passing radio, and suddenly I'm there again, walking down familiar streets, back when we were more than friends. Holding on to yesterday like a photograph in rain, trying to keep every color, though they're fading day by day. Some memories grow softer, some slowly drift away, yet a part of me still lingers, holding on to yesterday. The park bench by the river still faces toward the sky, where we spent entire evenings watching clouds go drifting by. Back then every road seemed endless, every dream within our reach. We believed forever waited just beyond the shoreline beach. Time has changed the shape of everything, the places and the names, but certain feelings stay hidden like embers beneath the flame. I don't wish to turn the clock back or rewrite the years gone by. I simply miss the way the world looked through those younger eyes. Those moments helped me become who I've become. Every laugh and every heartache, every hope along the way, lies quietly inside me, holding on to yesterday. Now the evening gathers slowly, golden light across the town, and I watch another sunset as the stars come shining down. There is beauty in remembering, there is peace in letting go. Some chapters end with gratitude for the love we used to know. So I'll carry all those moments as tomorrow finds its way, with a heart that's learned to treasure without holding yesterday. The evening settles slowly across the rooftops and the trees. A quiet breeze moves through the window, carrying forgotten melodies. The room is filled with shadows and the ticking of the clock, while memories drift around me like boats upon a dock. I never meant to look back, I never planned to stay, but certain sounds can open doors to moments far away, where your voice remains beyond the passing years, somewhere between the silence and the echoes that I hear, not loud and not strong enough to stay, yet gentle as the morning light before it fades away. There's a street beside the river we used to walk at night, talking about forever under scattered city lights. The seasons kept on changing, the leaves would come and go, but we believed our story was something time would never know. Now those days feel distant, like stars across the sea. Still sometimes in the stillness they find their way to me, where your voice remains in every quiet song, in the spaces between heartbeats, where old memories belong, like a note that keeps on floating long after music ends, a trace of warmth that lingers around familiar bends. The rain begins to whisper against the window pane, and for a fleeting moment I hear your name again. Not with sadness or regret, not with longing in my eyes, only with the kind of gratitude for what we left behind. The night grows deep around me, the moon climbs soft and high, and I let the past rest gently beneath the open sky. Some voices disappear completely, some are carried by the wind, and some become a quiet light that shines from deep within, where your voice remains. Always understand how a single memory can leave its gentle hand, and though the road keeps leading to places yet unknown, a part of your melody will always guide me home. When the leaves began to fall, I heard your name inside the rain. Not a voice, not a memory, just a feeling I couldn't explain. The streets were dressed in faded gold, the sky was soft and turning gray. Every corner held a shadow of the words we couldn't say. I kept walking through the silence where our footsteps used to be, holding pieces of a season that still lingers over me. When the wind remembers, it carries you around through the empty branches and the quiet town. Every whispered motion, every passing cloud brings a little trace of you without a single sound. The coffee shop beside the river still reflects the evening light. I pass the window every weekend and think of that November night. The years have slowly changed the picture, yet some colors never fade, like the warmth inside your laughter or the promises we made. Time moves on without permission. Days become another page, but some stories stay unbroken even after they age. When the wind remembers, it dances through the trees, turning distant moments into melodies across forgotten pathways and fields we used to know. Your memory keeps blooming where the wildflowers grow. Now the stars appear above me like they did so long ago, and for a moment in the darkness I can almost feel you close. Maybe love was never meant to disappear completely. Maybe it becomes the echo of who we used to be. When the night grows deeper and the world stands still, I find a kind of comfort beyond the highest hill. Not because you're coming back, not because I pretend, but because the wind remembers what I cannot hold again. I saw your shadow on the window as the evening slowly fell. The city lights were getting blurry, like a story I couldn't tell. The photographs inside my drawer started losing all their lines. The colors drift a little farther every time I close my eyes. I thought I'd keep you forever, somewhere safe inside my heart. But even the strongest memories can slowly come apart, faded like the rain on an old summer street, washing away the footprints we left beneath our feet. Nothing disappeared at once, nothing made a sound. It simply slipped away like water on the ground. The songs we used to listen to still echo through the room, but they don't hurt the way they did on those lonely afternoons. I learned how to live without you, learned how to fill the empty space, though sometimes I still find pieces of your smile upon my days. The seasons kept on changing, the years kept moving on, while I was gathering the courage to admit that you were gone. Faded like the rain against a painted sky, the kind that comes so softly you hardly know it's goodbye. Not every ending breaks you, not every tear remains. Some loves become a memory and fade away like rain. have drifted farther, and the night feels less alone. There's a quiet kind of healing in the places that I've grown. If I ever think about you, it's with gratitude, not pain. Like a distant light that lingered before fading with the rain. The night was quiet by the window, a fading glow across the room. I found an empty sheet of paper, and memories began to bloom. The words arrived without a warning, like footsteps in a distant hall. Every sentence carried pieces of a time before it all. I wrote about the little moments, the ones I never thought would leave, the laughter floating through the summer, the dreams we used to both believe. A letter never sent, still resting in my hands, filled with all the things you never got to understand. The ink became a river of everything unsaid, a conversation with a ghost living inside my head. Outside the rain kept falling softly, tracing patterns on the glass, while I sat between tomorrow and echoes from the past. I could have written words of anger, I could have written words of blame, but somehow every line I finished only whispered out your name. The years have changed the world around me, new streets and faces come and go, yet certain pages stay unfinished, no matter how much time may flow. A letter never sent, a story left behind, folded between the seasons and the corners of my mind. Not a cry for second chances, not a wish to start again, just a place where old emotions to blue. And for the first time in forever, I wasn't writing just for you. I sealed the page without an address, no destination, no return. Some feelings don't need to be spoken. Some lessons only time can learn. Now the wind can carry onward every word I couldn't say, and the letter never sent can slowly drift away. The station lights were flickering on a cold and quiet night. Your suitcase stood beside you like it already knew the time. Cars were passing in the distance. People moved without a glance, while we searched for something honest inside our final chance. There were questions left unanswered, there were feelings left untold. Two hearts standing face to face, trying not to lose their hold. Between us and goodbye hung a fragile thread, made of every dream we shared and every word we said. The silence felt so heavy, the air refused to move, as if the world was waiting to see what we would choose. I noticed how your hands were shaking, though you tried to hide them well. And in your eyes I saw the story neither one of us could tell. Love had carried us through seasons, through the sunlight and the storms. But somewhere in the endless distance, we became different forms. Not enemies, not strangers, not a shattered memory, just two people slowly drifting towards separate destinies. Between us and goodbye was a lifetime in disguise, 1,000 little moments reflected in your eyes. The echoes of our laughter, the places that we knew, all standing in the shadows beside me and beside you. Then the train arrived so softly, like a whisper in the dark, and I felt the weight of leaving settle deeply in my heart. You stepped forward without turning, I remained where I had been, watching all the things we once were fade beyond the glass and wind. Now the seasons keep on changing and the years continue by, yet sometimes I still wander to that place beneath the sky, remembering the distance that neither love nor time could hide, the quiet space that lingered between us and goodbye. The room is quiet after midnight, only shadows on the wall, a half-finished cup of coffee, and your picture in the hall. The city hums beyond the window like a distant lullaby, while another day is fading into the arms of the night. I thought the years would make it easier to leave the past behind, but some memories keep returning when the stars begin to shine. You're not beside me anymore, you're not waiting by the door, yet somehow in the silence I can feel you even more. Still here tonight, like a melody that stays, floating through the corners of my ordinary days. Not a voice I truly hear, not a face within my sight, just a feeling that reminds me you're still here tonight. The old street where we wandered looks different now somehow. New lights fill the empty spaces, but I still remember how we would talk until the morning without watching time go by, building castles out of wishes under endless summer skies. Life has carried me much farther than I ever thought I'd go. I've met people, chased horizons, learned the things I didn't know. Yet there are pieces of my story that forever hold your name, like pages in a favorite novel that never read the same. Still here tonight, in the echoes of the rain, in the warmth of old reflections that time could not erase. Not because I'm holding on or refusing morning light, but because love leaves a footprint still here tonight. Now the moon is climbing higher and the darkness feels less cold. I have learned that letting go doesn't mean letting memories go. So I'll watch the stars above me as they shimmer soft and bright, and carry this quiet comfort still here tonight. The evening settles softly across the rooftops and the trees. fading gold upon the skyline, carried gently by the breeze. I walked along the river where we used to spend our time, listening to distant laughter and watching city lights align. The years have drawn a longer distance than either of us ever knew. Yet some moments stay unbroken, like they were painted into view. The light we left behind still glows somewhere inside, a quiet spark of yesterday that never truly died. Not bright enough to guide us back, not strong enough to stay, but warm enough to remind me of what we gave away. There was a season full of wonder, every day a brand new page. We believed the world was waiting just beyond the turning stage. We chased sunsets without thinking where the roads might someday end, certain every dream would find us around the next bend. Time has changed the shape of everything, the places and the plans, but I still see traces of us in the smallest details now and then. A melody through an open window, a photograph touched by light, a familiar scent in autumn air, bringing back another night. The light we left behind, life softly in the dark, a collection of small memories still leaving tiny marks. Not a reason to look backward, not a shadow I must find, just a gentle piece of happiness, the light we left behind. Now the stars are slowly rising over streets I've come to know, and I smile at how the story still has colors in its glow. Some things fade into the distance, some disappear with time, but a little bit of beauty remains in the light we left behind. The day slipped into silence as the sun fell out of sight. Golden colors slowly faded into shades of blue tonight. I wandered down a narrow pathway lined with memories and trees, listening to distant whispers carried softly by the breeze. The world felt slower than usual, like it had nowhere to be. And for a moment I could hear the quiet inside of me. Beneath the quiet sky, where the stars begin to glow, I leave behind the weight I carry and let the evening flow. No questions need an answer, no race I need to run, just the comfort of the stillness when another day is done. The river held reflections of lights along the shore, like scattered pieces of a story I don't chase anymore. There were dreams I used to follow with a restless heart and mind, but some things become much clearer when you stop and take your time. The night wrapped around the city like a blanket made of calm, and every breath felt lighter than it had in so long. Beneath the quiet sky, I watched the clouds drift by, learning every ending doesn't always have to cry. Some moments simply linger like echoes in the air, gentle as a fading melody, still floating somewhere. Now the moon is shining softly above the sleeping streets, and every distant rooftop feels strangely incomplete. Yet there is beauty in the silence, in the spaces left behind, in the way the stars keep glowing through the darkness every night. Beneath the quiet sky, I find a peaceful place where the noise of yesterday can slowly lose its trace. And though tomorrow waits for me beyond the morning light, for now I'll stay here dreaming beneath the quiet sky. The city breathes in silver shadows, past the glow of empty signs. A lonely taxi cuts the darkness through a maze of sleeping lights. I pull my coat a little closer to the cool September air. The streets are full of quiet stories no one stops to hear. A distant train hums softly, like a memory passing through, and every corner of this midnight somehow leads me back to you. Somewhere after midnight, when the world slows down, when the noise has faded and no one's around, I find pieces of yesterday drifting through my mind like forgotten photographs lost somewhere in time. The cafe where we used to linger closed its doors a year ago, but I still see your reflection in the window's gentle glow. There were promises like constellations scattered across the sky. We thought they'd last forever, like the stars we watched at night. Life has carried us in circles far beyond what we once planned, leaving traces of our story written softly in the sand. Somewhere after midnight, beneath the pale moonlight, I hear the echoes of our laughter floating through the night. Not enough to make me stay, not enough to make me cry, just enough to keep me wondering. Somewhere after midnight, the horizon starts to brighten, a faint blue along the edge, and I realize the darkness isn't something I must dread. Every ending leaves a doorway, every goodbye leaves a trace, every memory finds a shelter in a quiet hidden place. Now the morning waits before me with another road to find, and I leave the night behind me like a page I finally signed. Yet a small part of my heart will always recognize the light of the dreams we left together. Somewhere after midnight. Morning light slips through the curtains, painting shadows on the floor. Another day begins its journey like 100 days before. I make coffee in the silence, hear the city come alive. But there are moments in the stillness when old memories arrive. A song plays from a passing radio, and suddenly I'm there again, walking down familiar streets, back when we were more than friends. Holding on to yesterday like a photograph in rain, trying to keep every color, though they're fading day by day. Some memories grow softer, some slowly drift away, yet a part of me still lingers, holding on to yesterday. The park bench by the river still faces toward the sky, where we spent entire evenings watching clouds go drifting by. Back then every road seemed endless, every dream within our reach. We believed forever waited just beyond the shoreline beach. Time has changed the shape of everything, the places and the names, but certain feelings stay hidden like embers beneath the flame. I don't wish to turn the clock back or rewrite the years gone by. I simply miss the way the world looked through those younger eyes. Those moments helped me become who I've become. Every laugh and every heartache, every hope along the way, lies quietly inside me, holding on to yesterday. Now the evening gathers slowly, golden light across the town, and I watch another sunset as the stars come shining down. There is beauty in remembering, there is peace in letting go. Some chapters end with gratitude for the love we used to know. So I'll carry all those moments as tomorrow finds its way, with a heart that's learned to treasure without holding yesterday. The evening settles slowly across the rooftops and the trees. A quiet breeze moves through the window, carrying forgotten melodies. The room is filled with shadows and the ticking of the clock, while memories drift around me like boats upon a dock. I never meant to look back, I never planned to stay, but certain sounds can open doors to moments far away, where your voice remains beyond the passing years, somewhere between the silence and the echoes that I hear, not loud enough to call me back, not strong enough to stay, yet gentle as the morning light before it fades away. There's a street beside the river we used to walk at night, talking about forever under scattered city lights. The seasons kept on changing, the leaves would come and go, but we believed our story was something time would never know. Now those days feel distant, like like stars across the sea. Still sometimes in the stillness they find their way to me. Where your voice remains in every quiet song, in the spaces between heartbeats, where old memories belong, like a note that keeps on floating long after music ends, a trace of warmth that lingers around familiar bends. The rain begins to whisper against the window pane, and for a fleeting moment I hear your name again. Not with sadness or regret, not with longing in my eyes, only with a kind of gratitude for what we left behind. The night grows deep around me, the moon climbs soft and high, and I let the past rest gently beneath the open sky. Some voices disappear completely, some are carried by the wind, and some become a quiet light that shines from deep within. Where your voice remains, always understand how a single memory can leave its gentle hand. And though the road keeps leading to places yet unknown, a part of your melody will always guide me home.